The British Geological Society says it's received a credible report of an earth tremor being felt near the Preston New Road fracking site. A seismic event with a magnitude of 1.1 was recorded on Monday. The weak shaking was said to have been felt by a single resident in a caravan on Moss House Lane.
Now, the chief executive of Quadrilla is calling for rules on how earthquakes are monitored to be relaxed. Francis Egan has told the Financial Times that fracking in Lancashire could become unviable if the government doesn't act soon. Well, our environment correspondent, Judy Hobson, joins us now. So, Judy, what exactly are the current regulations that the industry has to abide by?
Well, if you think about what fracking is, it's putting fluid into rock 2 kilometres below the surface. It causes earth tremors. Now, the regulations are designed to keep those tremors within a certain limit. So at the moment, if Quadrilla create a tremor of more than 0.5, they have to stop for 18 hours. That's happened 3 times now in the past 2 weeks. Now, the chief executive of Quadrilla has always said that the threshold is too low. He says a 0.5 tremor can't be felt on the surface at all.
So how damaging, then, does Francis Egan think the current regulations could be to the industry?
Well, he's saying that in Europe, for example, the threshold is 2. It's much higher in the United States, but he's allegedly told the Financial Times that the threshold is so low it's threatening the industry. He's said to have said, we're not getting effective fractures, we're not getting enough sand into the ground to get a good test, and this could choke the industry before it even starts. Well, there have been 30 earth tremors at Preston New Road since fracking began 2 weeks ago. The highest was a 1.1. Francis Egan says this is still very small, it still can't be felt on the surface, but there's no sign that the government could actually increase this threshold.
And this is a really contentious issue, isn't it? What have anti-frackers had to say about it?
Well, earthquakes are one of the biggest issues for anti-fracking campaigners. They certainly don't want the threshold increasing. If you remember, back in 2011, there was an earth tremor caused by fracking of 2.3. It was felt by many people in the Lancashire area. They're questioning why Francis Egan is now talking about raising the threshold when he didn't do 6 years ago when these regulations were first put in place. They don't want fracking, and they say they'll continue to campaign to try and stop the industry.
All right, Judy, thank you. That's our environment correspondent, Judy Hobson.